I'm not giving up. And welcome to my station. If you're new here, please hit subscribe and the notification bell so you never miss me going live each and every day. And if you're revisiting, make sure you say hello and come walk with me wherever you are in the world. So my name is Steve Klein. This is my wellness quest. And I had some health issues, almost died taking Advil, vomited blood, ended up in the hospital. They didn't know if I had cancer or stomach ulcer. I didn't have any of that, thank God. But I did have some serious acid reflux and a hiatal hernia. Had to get on Nexium, they told me, for 10 years with side effects like bone loss and stuff. And I started doing some research, found some natural ways of dealing with it, some naturopaths, got onto a high-impact ginger turmeric and muscadine, and I'm off the medicine, thank God, and been taking my wellness seriously. So if you find me for the first time, your wellness, your health is your wealth. Come join me, come walk with me. At least you can do that anywhere in the world, and it is what it is. So anyway, I'm in my town of Lexington, and this is where the revolution started, the start of the revolution. We had the 250th anniversary of America here, celebrations. We were at carnival and stuff. As you can see, I'm on the track. They closed it off, I guess, today too. They had the fireworks all over here, but some of us are doing things that we're not supposed to be walking here, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, people are walking, so I'm walking. It is what it is. Everything ended yesterday, so hey, whatever. Anyway, I know that I try to keep a ketogenic lifestyle diet / paleo. And sometimes it's good to shake your system up. I did cheat the other night. We just came off of a serious heat wave here in Boston. It was god awful. And I did have some frozen yogurt, ice cream. It was frozen yogurt actually on Friday with a friend. And it was great. It cooled me down, but I could definitely feel it not having sugar. I had a headache in the morning. And then last night with another friend, and it's July 4th, so I had some baked stuffed shrimp, and so I cheated, okay? That was not keto, obviously. So it's okay, but I'm not giving up, okay? And it's called living your life sometimes. And I do keto mostly for health reasons, okay? I just feel better after almost dying, right? I can tell you that. A lot of people are just obsessed with the weight loss, obsessed with the scale. I'm not. I do know that's a gauge, and I do know we're programmed that way, and I understand, but you can't give up. You have to live your life, right? So if you're watching this and you've been on keto or paleo, or you overindulge on July 4th, I'd love to hear your comments, right? And I hope that resonates with you. So many talks, and I do run a wellness quest, which is complimentary. We're having one tonight. Anybody's welcome to come on in, 7:30 East Coast time. I will tape it. It's a Zoom meeting, and it'll load to this YouTube station most likely tomorrow, so you can see what everybody's talking about. And we're all working on different things. Some people are working on weight loss. Some people are working on general health. Some people are working on, lifting weights or whatever it might be. And it's a great community. We share recipes and things, and it's all complimentary. We have Facebook groups and all that. It's great. And I say, come join me and send me a message. The more the merrier. It keeps us on track, literally, and keeps us always on the cutting edge. So I've been chatting with one of my teammates, Melissa. Big shout out to her. She's in Savannah, Georgia. And talk about, we were comparing how hot it was in Boston. It sounds like it was pretty hot down there too, even more so. And we've been talking about weight loss and moving the scale. And last week, I had my Zoom wellness, and Lucy was talking about, who lives here in Boston, was talking about how women are looked at differently with the doctors. She was sharing that with some of the other ladies on my team. And again, I'm just hearing all this stuff, and I want to help people. Obviously, I'm not a lady, so I can't relate to that, but I want to listen to it. But I do know that if the body's gets used to a certain diet, right, you got to shake the system up. I do know that, right? That's from experience, right? However, I know women have different hormones and stuff, and they got to move things around, and there's other things as well. So we've been talking about, if you go from keto for a while, or if you overindulge like I do with the Brazilian barbecue, obviously, if I eat too much protein, that screws it up as well, and that does happen, okay? Because if I'm going to go there, you kind of get into it and want to get your money's worth, right? Hello there, hello. I can't see what your name is. Let me see. Hannah Cole, welcome, welcome. And this station is for adults only, 18 and above, so make sure you understand that. And my avatar is wellness. So if you're working on your wellness, okay, as well, and you want to be healthy and you take your life seriously, you understand that it is not a dry run, this is it, then this is for you. So make sure you follow me. So we were talking about different diets, and I suggested to her, we were talking about fiber and how important fiber is. And I suggested to her, why don't you shake your system up and do the cabbage soup diet? And I sent it out to everybody because I did it years ago. It's amazing. And she said, well, I don't want to lose quick weight and then have it gain back. I said, well, you actually do, because when you shake your system up, you're changing your metabolism in a way and cleaning it out. And that can happen, but if you do different things and change the body, right, it's good, because it's good to keep it not used to one thing, right? So it's always a great thing to do. And of course, with that said, proportions and portions, if you will, and the science behind it, or doing like a cleanse of like fruits and stuff, that's not really keto. There's a lot of sugar in fruits, but it's another way of changing the system and doing that for a few days. Or the egg diet, which I told her about, I've been sharing with you guys as well, having soft-boiled eggs, which has choline in it. And choline is really good for fatty liver, okay? It's what you need. Like 4 soft-boiled eggs a day really does that. So changing your system, obviously, you got to hydrate. Obviously, you got to take enough. I recommend our high-impact ginger, turmeric, and muscadine, seed oil muscadine capsules, and those do all different things. And taking a good amount, because it's food, it's like real food. They will make you write things in the labels, whatever the standards are through food and beverage or whatever it is. But of course, it's real food, and I take more than they say, because I know that that's what makes things work for me. And I know that from the experiences I've had and working with the naturopathic doctors I've worked with, they've shared that with me as well. So taking a lot more than people realize, but it's real food. I never heard of anybody overdosing on supplements, but I have heard people overdosing on medicines, or if they're on medicines, sometimes that's what interacts, and you need less medicine when you're feeling better, you don't feel so good, right? So keep that in mind as well. And that's why I tell you, always get another opinion, work with your doctor, your physician, and if that one is not on track, get another one and get another opinion with a naturopath, and just get the right information so you get it. And also learn to think for yourself. And Melissa had a consultation with another naturopath, and he said some things that were correct and some things that weren't. And I knew that when I first heard her talk, and then she got back to me last night and today, and we spoke about it. And sure enough, she agreed. Some of the things he said was crap, and others were right on target. But, when you have a critical mind and you think for yourself and you do your own due diligence and you look up things like pubmed.gov to check out things, and you also are versed in certain things from trial and error, and you've worked with naturopathic doctors before, and you know your body and you're listening, because remember, doctors aren't God. They prescribe things like candy, right? And there's always a side effect. Then you become a student of your body. You become a student of your wellness, and that's what it's all about. You need to take your wellness quest into your own hands and learn and read your body and understand what's going on. Ask lots of questions and really track and pay attention to the different improvements that you do. So this is why, so I say I cheated again last night. I did, but I'm not giving up. Why would I give up, right? It's one day, and we all have that, or we all have different times that we are in situations where we might not eat the right things, and that's called normal, right? But then you get right back on track, and you don't give up, and you keep at it, okay? And that's what you do. So, the conditions are never always right with anything, and you just keep it working and keep it moving. Our heat wave here was so bad. I was like, whoa. I was trying to find creative ways to keep walking. And yesterday I walked to the mall because it was just too much. And I think it was closed down here too, I forget. And then other days I was getting up really early in the morning to walk. It's definitely not as bad tonight. It's great. I'm doing my wellness call in about an hour. and I wanted to get out now. It was one of those days that I was kind of tired today from the heat. It just really kind of whipped me, this heat wave. It was, you go outside, you just felt like sleeping. And I don't know. I think a lot of people were saying that it really did a number. So it's a different tired now. I'm glad it broke. But like I said, it's still hot, but not like it was. Thank God. But it was like hitting in my car like 105 or 106 with the humidity. That's pretty hot for Boston. Not fun at all, right? So anyway, if you're watching this and you're working on your wellness, like I said, and you're looking at different things that you're trying to do in terms of, you cheat for one day and, you get right back on track, that's okay, right? It's okay. You just keep things moving, okay? That's what you do. So I got little kids around me. I'm just walking. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. I think the track's technically closed, but people are still walking like I am too. But because, like I said, they did fireworks here last night, but it's over. So everybody wants to walk. Got to keep moving, especially after I cheated again last night. I'm like, I gotta get moving, keep my steps in, right? I was just talking to one of my cousins in Montreal, and I was telling her, she wants to get a trainer. I said, just start walking and look at your carbs and, shake your system up. I go, the carbs are what gets you. It really does. And I hope, that inspires her to get moving too. She told me she watched my channel before. And she, oh my God, I feel like walking. And I go, good, that's the point. So I'm hoping I inspire many of you guys, and I hope that there's other people that are in the same situation. You'll inspire me, right? And you'll keep it moving too. So if you cheated on July 4th. A lot of people did. And, why would you quit something? Why would you? You wouldn't. So you have a couple days and you just keep things moving, and that's it. You shake your system up, okay? I was chatting again with Melissa. We were talking about some things about niacin, on how taking a lot of it, you can have a flush. A niacin flush, I used to have that, used to freak me out. But it's actually good because it's another way of getting blood flow to you, right? And blood flow is really important. And that's where the muscadine seed oil also works. We have something we use called Rejuve Plus. Has a lot of B vitamins and a good amount of niacin. And they say it's good to take a good amount till you have a niacin flush. It's actually good. And a lot of times, like I said, a couple of times I had it, I freaked out because it was like my head was all red and stuff. But it actually is not a bad thing, is what they're saying. And again, we're just studying this stuff and hearing this. It was what her naturopath told her. And I had heard that before too. But again, the information's fresh from her sharing it with me. And I know that blood flow is so critical. And when we talk about hard tissue, people that are working on, let's say, back pain or regrowing their cartilage or whatever it might be, these kids are like fighting in here. No. You need to get blood flow going in order for that to repair, okay? So that's how that works. And if you give the body the right nutrition, it'll heal itself when you have blood flow as well, or anything. It just works. But that takes some time, okay? It takes some work like everything else does, and it takes tracking, but it does work. There's so many different little things that help different things. It's amazing. Like when I was talking to Melissa today, we're talking about having a thyroid issue, right? And you take the muscadine seed oil, not just ingesting it, but put it on your neck and put your neck back and you rub it in 50 times, okay? It helps to massage that area. It helps to create blood flow, okay, which might wake that up a little bit, but also it gives you less wrinkles, right? If you have that thing called tech neck, right? So, but everybody's always on their computers with their heads down, and people have that chicken look on their neck, right? And so you want to pull your head back and put that on there and take care of yourself. Remember, it's interesting with natural things and how natural healing works. Not like medicines, it takes a little bit longer, but whatever's happening on the outside is going on the inside. So a lot of times you can ingest it, like the muscadine seed oil, and you can put it on tropically, like the muscadine seed oil. Pretty amazing. So, but the niacin, though we have it in a capsule, that's not the case. You just take it. Now, also, that particular product helps you keep fuller if you're dieting. It has good B vitamins, gives you energy as well. It's amazing. But again, a different way of getting you blood flow. And I like that because I also feel, even though essential fatty acids help the brain, I wanted to tell this to Melissa, that I remember the niacin flush being on my forehead. It also helps, and around the head. I'm sure it helps the brain. It has to, because it's, again, I'm not making facts. I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you of my tracking of what I see and what I understand, right? And you can connect your own dots and figure it out, right? We just want to share. And the point of my station is to keep myself accountable, to walk and be healthy, and to reach out to you that's listening to me right now. That means I'm speaking to you because you're here, right? And that's who I want to talk to, so we can keep each other accountable, and you can join me on my quest and on your quest and share information, because nobody knows everything. But what we all do know is your health is your wealth. Walking is good for you. We all know that you want to stay hydrated. You want to sleep good. You want to try to live a good lifestyle in terms of what you eat. Keto is a great way, okay? It really is. If you look up on not just PubMed.gov, but you go to YouTube, and the Magic Pills, a documentary, 90 minutes, it'll talk about that. But like I said, your body can get stuck a little bit if it's for weight loss. I do everything for health, but it's good to shake the system up. It's good to change. And if you cheat like I did again, you don't give up. You keep it up. You keep it going. There's always something else, okay? And I'll be back in Vegas in a few weeks, and I don't know what will happen there, right? So I might cheat again, who knows? But be right back on track, and I'll be walking there. And I encourage you to keep walking. It's the day after a holiday. Let's keep it moving, and it's always great. So Hannah, I don't know where you're from, but you wrote December or something, but okay. But again, love to where he's from. I'm in Boston. And like I said, come join me. Hit subscribe, the notification bell. If you'd like to come in tonight to the Zoom, but sneeze. Hey, excuse me, allergies. If you'd like to come in the Zoom, send me an email. I'll put my information there. You're welcome to. And I will tape it, and then it will air most likely tomorrow. And you can see what folks that are involved in the Wellness Challenge Quest are doing, and how we inspire each other and keep each other accountable. So with that said, I'm sneezing again. I got to go take some silver, and I put that in my nose. It helps my allergies, which is amazing. There's a lot of pollen out here. And come walk with me wherever you're on the world. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, each and every day, coming live. We hit 215, and we're going towards 250 with your help. I just want the right people here. So over and out, everybody. Thanks.